What's up, peeps? My name's Tom from Dark Lane Designs, and this is my co-host Kayla from Lez Geek Out, and we are the Geeky Drinkers. It feels very empty
on your side.
on my side. I have a super easy one.
I just thought I'd go all out. I mean, lately I've been kind of keeping it to limit.
You went really hard on the booze last episode. You really did.
Add some more.
Yeah, just 2 shots, 3 shots, you know, it works out.
But I've got a lot going in this one, so.
Yep. So we're doing a Halloween episode because Halloween is coming up, and we love Halloween.
It's my favorite holiday ever.
I think it's a lot of people's favorite.
Next to Friday the 13th. It's not a holiday, but it's like my favorite day.
There was actually a Friday the 13th this past
I know.
this year.
And I got really drunk
Which
on
was
that
pretty.
day.
I don't think I did anything on it. It was a super lame.
Sadly, with this Halloween, I have to work the next morning, so because it lands on weekday at 7 in the morning.
You could still.
I could still. I could roll in at a hard 8.
You could definitely do that. So we'll get started with the drinks. You started last time because I made you. So I'm gonna.
I don't know why you made me. You just chose.
I forgot. So I was just like, yeah, just do it. So mine this week. Have you? So mine's called the Teal Pumpkin. Have you ever heard of the Teal Pumpkin project before?
Nope.
Okay. It's actually been gaining momentum in the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And it's basically so like as adults, unless you have kids, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. Mm-hmm. But essentially, what it is you know how there's a lot of kids that have like food allergies, or like some kids are really nervous about coming up to the door, meeting strangers, or like some kids have like autism or other learning disabilities.
Exactly.
That they have a way harder time of actually going out and enjoying trick-or-treating like the rest of the kids. So what the Teal Pumpkin Project is it basically is trying to include everybody and all the kids, and basically anybody that wants to trick-or-treat, so that it's basically like a allergy-friendly, sensory-friendly, like safe experience for trick-or-treating.
Which actually I think is a remarkable thing, honestly.
Fantastic. I came across it 2 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. So the whole kind of premise that, like how you can show that your house is like teal pumpkin friendly is out front you basically just paint one of your pumpkins teal.
Okay.
And you can still carve it and everything like that, so you can still do there's some amazing carvings. Just like, okay, some of the pumpkin carvings, crazy. Like if you just like Google like incredible pumpkin art,
yeah,
there's
some people
thousands.
Are amazing with their carvings. Like I've seen some when I even went out trick or treating as a kid, and I saw amazing ones. I had to take pictures.
I never saw like any great ones growing up, but like online, they're incredible, like absolutely incredible. So what I do for Dark Lane Designs, every year I give peanut-free treats. And I actually make little perler bead magnets or like keychains that are like Halloween themed. So I have like skulls or like crossbones. I have like, sorry, it's super warm in my house. And I've got like candy corn and like skeletons and like Frankenstein's monster and like just like a whole bunch of like really cool stuff. Which again, if the parents or the kids don't want to have like actual like candy or anything like that, then they can have like a magnet or a keychain. So
it gives it an alternative, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it gives it kind of an alternative so that they can still enjoy like the trick-or-treating aspect.
Yeah,
which,
exactly.
Again, I think is super awesome.
I do too.
So if you guys are interested, just do a quick Google search of the Teal Pumpkin Project. It's super cool.
I think it's remarkable.
And it's actually happening all over. I believe it originally started down in the States.
Everything starts in the States.
Yeah. Well, and I think I came across it on like BuzzFeed or something like that, like a couple years ago on Facebook. And I was just like, this is amazing. So I've been wanting to do it ever since. Because I know a lot of parents that have kids with autism and stuff like that. And it's a really hard time of year because everybody's dressed up. Like, you know, it's not normal routine every day, so it can be a very challenging time. So that's why I wanted to do kind of one dedicated to Teal Pumpkin.
Nice.
So mine's pretty easy. Did you know that they have pumpkin spice Baileys It's amazing.
You're such a white girl.
It's amazing. You know what? I don't care what anyone says. It's fall. I love pumpkin stuff. If I get like a pumpkin spice frap or a pumpkin spice latte, they're amazing.
Oh my god.
They're delicious. So I don't care what Kayla says.
You're such a
So
white girl.
I've got my cool skull glass.
Nice.
So the whole premise of this is 2 ounces of Bailey's pumpkin spice. And there we
He
go.
measures where I kind of am just like, I'm just gonna fill the shot glass.
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be 2 ounces. Oh, it's actually like 3.5.
Let me smell this stuff.
You absolutely, it's so good.
Oh.
It's so good. I love it. So it's 2 ounces of pumpkin spice Bailey's and 4 ounces
Who measures that as milk?
of milk, like my beaker. It's great.
It is.
I actually, I think it was like 5 years ago I went as Bill Nye. So I have like a whole bunch of like beakers and like all the stuff. It was friggin' awesome.
I used to, like, every time you go into elementary school, like, honestly, when you saw that TV, you're like, Bill,
Oh, yeah.
Bill.
Absolutely.
And now he's turned into a royal douche, though.
No way. You know what? I
love his new show.
I like his new show. I like his new show.
And he doesn't let anybody really have a say.
No, he definitely does. He definitely does. But at the same time, it's easy to disprove a lot of the stuff that they're talking about.
Exactly.
Because that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Have a scientific discussion about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So right now, you're probably seeing, hey Tom, this doesn't look teal. No, not much. So I'm going to add 3 drops of blue food coloring. 1, 2, 3. Didn't want to come out. And 1 drop of green food coloring.
Let's hope it mixes into teal.
And it
Nice.
should mix into a teal.
Nice.
So that I'm colorblind. So is that like a teal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
But the funny
And
thing
then
I make of
I'm
it is
gonna
that,
add-
like, that's like next to nothing for alcohol wise.
Yeah. It doesn't always have to be like super booze. Okay. Well, like last episode when we were talking to Shelle-Chii, awesome cosplayer from Kitchener, Ontario. Check her out if you didn't watch last episode, because last episode, oh my god, so fun.
It was.
So fun.
It was fun.
So that's, I don't know,
Cutting
I
down.
didn't think the butterbeer was that strong, but like, you guys both were like, oh, Tom, like, ease up. I'm like, oh, all right. So this is also probably what I'm going to be making when Amanda, my wife, and I hand out stuff on Halloween. So it's a nice, easy one. So this is the Teal Pumpkin.
You can even hand it out to the adults.
Mm-hmm.
How is it?
Oh, it's amazing. It's delicious. I knew it would be.
It would be.
I'll let you try it as soon as you make yours.
Okay.
You got the shaky back.
I do have the shaky. My shaky broke.
And mine didn't. So whose shaky is best?
So.
What are you making?
Growing up, I kind of had, this sounds really weird, a fascination with death.
Okay.
And
that's
dead people
surprisingly,
in general.
that's actually pretty normal.
It's pretty common, and I wanted to go and become a mortician.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the mortician thing
Did you ever? Sorry to cut you off. Did you ever like seriously look into it?
Yeah. Like,
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
One of my best friends, Megan, she's actually a funeral director, so
Oh
she
my
went
gosh.
through all that. So yeah, it's interesting.
It's weird because people always are like, because like I'll like cut myself or someone will hurt themselves, they're bleeding, and I don't freak out. I don't get grossed out by blood. It's just
No,
kind of
you kind of get
whatever.
over that.
I'm like, well, this
Well,
is
most
so cool.
people do anyway.
And like if I burn myself, I like poke at it and stuff like that, and people think
Just
I'm so
self-torture.
Well, I mean, but anyway, so part of morticianing is there's embalming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to do the embalming fluid, and I'm really hoping this turns out the color that I really wanted it to be. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be really sad.
What color are you hoping
It's
for?
supposed to be a lighter green than this.
Okay, so you're going with green again. Nice.
Well,
you have a
it's like-
fascination with green on the show.
It's my favorite color. What can I
Is
say?
it really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I don't know if a couple episodes ago we talked about gin,
I don't
and
think we actually mentioned it on air. I think it was
Well,
like before or after.
this is my all-time favorite gin in the entire world. It's Broker's London Dry Gin, and it is so good, so smooth, So, and it has this little toffee hat thing.
Which makes it amazing.
Which, guys...
Oh, it comes right off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, I guess you could like glue them.
So ready?
Ooh. So that's fresh alcohol. Both of yours are
Yes. What's that?
fancy. Yeah, I love gin, so that's...
So I'm doing 2 ounces of gin.
Not 3.
1. Oh, spill.
First spill, woo!
Oh, 2. Oh, I measured that one like perfectly. So there's 2 ounces of gin, and the only gin I'll ever drink in my life really is this one. It's so
really?
good.
Okay, because
so
there's actually,
good.
I love gin, and they're normally like Bombay's like
The go-to
my
one.
jam.
Mm-hmm.
But I've come across a distillery in out of Guelph called Dixon's Distilled Spirits. Yeah. And they actually have like a citrus gin that I really want to try. So next time I go to the LCBO, I'm gonna be picking up one of those, and depending on how it goes, I'll be contacting you guys because it'll be delicious.
Yes. So I used to drink Bacardi as a child, like a child, but younger than what I am now. And I always thought they only made rum, and this is cherry liquor, which is I'm by Bacardi. So I picked it up and I was like, okay. Let's do this.
What's the percentage? 35%?
35%.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not too bad. And I was
it's
like,
cherry. I love cherry.
It's really weird though because I was like, Bacardi to what?
Yeah.
Bacardi's a rum. Like, what is it doing?
Well, and it's always very nice. It's always weird when you see like that's just like I don't know. You think like Smirnoff vodka. You think like okay, that's like
vodka.
Just vodka. That's it. But there's like a whole rainbow of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really cherry.
Yeah.
That's tasty.
So I'm doing 3 ounces of cherry.
Nice. So you got 5 ounces going. That's pretty good.
But not all of it is going in my glass, though.
Did you want ice in your shaky?
Oh, that's smart.
It would.
So there's that, and I am spilling like a madman
You
here.
sure are.
All over myself. And then I want a drop of vanilla extract.
Nice.
Just to give it a little bit of a... If you've ever smelled embalming fluid. It almost smells like a mixture of the vanilla, but it's got like a harsher burning smell to it.
I can honestly say I've never smelt the embalming fluid. Megan, I'm going to be asking you about that to see if it smells like vanilla.
To me it is, but maybe I'm crazy. Ooh. Oh.
That's so much. Is that artificial or like actual one?
It's artificial.
Oh, that's a lot.
So we're gonna shaky this bad boy
Normally
up.
you had like a quarter teaspoon.
So I'm putting in this cool ass, like cheap ass little skull glass.
Oh, it's got like spiderweb.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It just reminds me kind of like of the death's grip. You know what I mean? We're all gonna die one day. Might as well make it a good time. So
shaky. How's it smell?
all right. So I'm only putting a little bit in here though because I gotta top it off with Oh, there's.
Yeah, you really
I'm making such a mess. And then I'm just gonna.
Like.
Oh, I should have just. You know what I should have done? Hold on. We're gonna do this again.
Just mix it in there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm making such a mess.
Don't drip it on the floor.
So Mountain Dew. Just give it a little bit. Oh my God, the dry gin is all I can
Just a little
smell.
bit, 2 ounces, right?
And this is not going to be fun because it's carbonated.
Oh. And that's why we don't shake it. Nice.
I'm so worried because I can feel the lid wanting to pop off.
You used the bartend?
I did.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Wow. Good job, Kayla.
This lid wants to pop right off. Like, I don't know what to do.
I think we should start making the drinks in advance. Or at least testing them. Good job, guys. I hope you like our torture. It's fantastic.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I can feel it.
Alright, there you go.
Okay.
Hang on. hang on. Because I want to clean this.
I'm so...
Kayla, you're a little wet.
Not in a good way either. I'm sticky. And not in a good way.
Sticky wet.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. So
clean up and you just drop it.
Tom, shut up! I'm trying to do this.
I see what happens when you did try and do it. So guys, what's the lesson we just learned, Kayla?
Don't shake carbonated drinks.
Don't shake carbonated drinks.
So, that's embalming.
And if you don't do it right, it will explode on you.
Literally.
Wow.
Okay. Ow, this is stuck.
Good job. Oh yeah. So Kayla, what did you get done this past week?
I got, or actually 2 days ago, I got an industrial piercing, and it hurts like a son of a bitch, and it gets stuck to my hair like all the time.
How was the So you have like your ears pierced and everything.
Yeah.
How did you find the piercing process?
One hole was worse than the other. Going through.
She's a pansy.
Just a little bit.
It's cartilage piercing though. It like when I got mine done, I was actually very I even told my piercer, I was just like, I'm kind of disappointed at how little that hurt, because it was just like pressure. And I'm just like, are those the clamps? And he's just like, no man, those are done. I was like, what?
Well, like he used a needle on mine, right?
Yeah.
But it's just
if you don't have a needle you use on your industrial, don't go to that piercer ever again.
So basically,
or if you don't get a needle in general on any piercings, don't go to.
Well, when I first got my ears pierced, way back when I was a kid.
Okay, if you're getting your kids' ears pierced, don't take them to a salon. Those things are so gross, so dirty. The guns, they can't sterilize those ever. There's minimal training on those. It's a bad time. Take it to an actual professional piercer. Yeah, even though they're under 16, they're gonna a reputable place. Well, as long as you can show you're the person's actual parents, you'll want to talk to them about that. And there's actually been a lot of studies that I've seen come out lately where basically if it's not absolutely precise when they're little, when it grows up, it'll be way off to the side.
That was how my brother's was.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of piercers are really hesitant on piercing young children, because they're
not done growing yet.
Yeah, they don't remember the pain or whatever, but at the same time, I got my ears pierced when I think I was 15, maybe, from a gun. Yeah, we'll trade. And I got mine done from a gun before I knew it was bad. But it's not it super hurt or anything.
Actually, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's a different type of flavor.
It's definitely different.
You can try. You can feel the dry gin, I think.
Actually, you know what? It's a really good combination of these two. It almost tastes like cherry gin almost, which is an interesting, delicious concept. So
that's not bad.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween, guys.
So yeah, Halloween.
Oh my
gosh. Obviously, for most cosplayers, Halloween is either an easy or even though I have 20 cosplays, what do I wear?
Or it's even just another day for some cosplayers.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
The ones that travel the world and do it as a job. It's just another day.
Oh my god, I feel ridiculous. I didn't even dress up.
Neither did
but I did say I have a mask for you, so I'm gonna get that.
God, he has a mask for me.
It's not that bad. It's a fake-ish.
And you know what? I'm wearing my Batman hat, or Batman shirt, so this kind of works.
I'm also.
I'm just gonna hope and pray that this.
Grabbing my Mario hat. Woohoo! Oh, I love this Mario hat. It's my favorite. I should have worn my whole costume. It would have been awesome. Very nice.
Does it work?
Let's see. Oh yeah, there you go.
And look.
Batman.
Bam.
Bat boobs.
Bat boobs.
I don't have an abundance of costumes. I probably have 5. I don't have a super ton, so I don't even know what I'm going as this year. Are you doing anything on Halloween?
I don't know yet because I do have.
Not liking it, eh?
I do have to work at 7 in the morning the next day. So,
oh yeah.
But I'm thinking I might just go and have a good time. I'm more of a Devil's Night type of person.
I know.
Which is the nights before, which is basically the adults' Halloween.
Yeah, well, and depending on the time of the day of the week, that's usually when a lot of parties and stuff.
Exactly, but it's on a Monday, is Devil's Night Tuesday.
Most Halloween parties have actually already taken place or are happening
this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping to do something this weekend.
Yep.
So actually, there's a funeral home here which is opening its doors to do a haunted funeral home, which I'm pretty $20 a piece. It's actually an abandoned funeral home.
$20. Mm-hmm. That's steep.
It is, but I mean, I'd pay it.
Well, what's if you go to Bingman Screen Park?
I went last year. It was so lame.
I've heard it's crazy this year, though.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I think I went 6 years ago. I went a while ago. I haven't been in a long time.
I went last year for my first year, and it was a waste of my time.
That sucks.
A waste of my money. I even got the VIP fast lane passes, everything like that. It was.
But I mean, for that, how many times are you really going to go through it?
Well, I only got it because I didn't really want to wait in lines because it was cold.
So you're just lazy.
So it was just it was
different.
Honestly, the people that they hired to do the acting of the people that try to scare you, they weren't committed.
Just subpar.
They weren't committed, except for this one little girl, and she was literally in a devil's onesie. And I did not realize that she was where she was. And she's the only one that got me. So props to you wherever you are, girl. She was maybe, I don't know, I want to say 14, 15 nice. Maybe.
Yep.
And,
or just really little.
And this thing is
You don't have to wear it if you don't want to. Oh man, that's frightening. That reminds me of the what was it, Pepe the Frog? That meme?
Oh yeah.
Guy, bulgy eyes. It was weird.
So I went to Scream Park and stuff.
Okay.
I've never been to Halloween Haunt, which sucks.
Okay, so we were talking about costumes a little bit beforehand. What's for you personally, what's the best costume that you've ever worn on Halloween? I'd say growing up as a kid. Not
recently?
Yeah, I'd say cut off at 15.
Well, when I was really young, my mom dressed me and my brother up as M&Ms.
Nice.
And
what color was yours?
I was green. The female one.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it's the only one I really have much memory of.
Oh, really? Okay. How old do you think you were?
6, 7.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I loved it so much was just looking back at old photos. Just makes it look. I'm just what am I doing?
Kayla outfit.
Well, literally, it was my head, and then I was the M&M, and my arms, and then the big Mickey Mouse gloves.
Yep.
And then I had white tights, and then big Mickey Mouse shoes type thing, white shoes. Go. And it was
It's an interesting.
It was it was very interesting. But if I talk about recent ones, last year I went as a Purger, and we were
Purger?
From The Purge. Never watched The Purge?
I don't think I have. I'm not a huge horror movie fan.
Oh, it's not even horror, it's thriller. But
still, I'm more action adventure, comic book.
Well, I'm in love with The Purge. For anyone who knows about The Purge, so basically, I went as Purger with my ex, and we literally were just walking in the middle of the street. We've got weapons. We're dressed to the nines because that's how they did it. Mm-hmm. I'm skipping down there with, all this stuff. We scared the crap out of a lot of people that opened their doors. Oh,
there you go.
I was probably, and it was so simple. It was just a mask.
There you go.
So, and I bought it at Hot Topic for $10.
That's not too bad. I would say my best costume growing up was probably, I loved penguins, all growing up. So one year, and I don't know about you, you grew up in Barrie, so Halloween is cold. When you're a kid, Halloween's cold.
Oh, it's a lot worse when you're up north.
So one year, my mom's friend, Mary, she actually ended up sewing me a full penguin costume. I had arms going through the flippers. I had no, actual penguin, emperor penguin. Okay. And so it was all fake fur, and I had the flippers and this big mask hood thing, and it was all measured out to go over my coat. So I was dying inside because I had a t-shirt, a sweater, my winter coat, and then that. So I have a million layers, it felt and I was just dying. But it was fun. It was head to floor because it was
but at least it kept you warm.
It definitely. I think it almost kept me too warm.
Most of my costumes, living up north, we had to wear a snowsuit under, like a full-fledged snowsuit in our boots. And like I went as a witch one year, so I had like the dress thing, and I had to wear a snowsuit, and it didn't. I just looked fatter than I needed to.
I think for me, probably my. I don't want to say like my worst, because I totally picked this one. But one year I went as like a cow.
Did you have the giant udders?
Yeah, so I had, like, the big like udders, like basically like here to like past my crotch. So. But like it was so thin, like I was so cold because like I couldn't fit any. It was like a last minute one. My mom was just like, "What do you want to go for?" I was like, "I want to go as like a cow this year."
Oh my god!
And I wouldn't say it was like the worst, but it was. I just remember being like uncomfortable and like it was so weird to walk. Yeah, it was different. But yeah, so that's kind of like my best and worst ones.
Oh my god,
I don't actually think I've been, like, I've obviously went to, like, costume parties and stuff like that, like, since not being a kid. But, I don't know, like, I find that I don't want to wear, like, my cosplay costumes.
Yeah, you want to be different.
Well, not even just that, but, like, I don't want to have, like, 100% of the attention on me and like some props and stuff like that are like bulky and awkward and everything like that. Yeah. So sometimes it's easier just to do like a Bill Nye. Like I just had like safety glasses on. I had like a lab coat. I had like the pencil or pen protector, and I had like this one and like a couple other ones and it was
simple.
Easy. Yeah, it was super simple.
That's why like sometimes I know a couple cosplayers that literally Halloween to them is a day off.
Yeah,
it's when they just take it easy and do a simple costume. And then there's the other cosplayers that go even more all out because, you know.
But at the, like, no, that's for, like, if I'm going to, like, Halloween, like costume parties.
Exactly.
When I go into work, then I go, like, full out, which is awesome. So it's super fun.
I mean, this year I really want to go as Wednesday Addams.
You should. It's a fairly easy costume.
It is. It
like, you might have to, like, dye your hair or, like, get a wig or something like that.
I was going to get a wig, and it's really simple. It was either her or Morticia, but I don't want to wear, like long dress and have my boobs all out, and I just don't even need it.
Yeah. Wednesday Addams would probably be a little bit
If I could put a bald cap on, I would go as Fester. I really wanted to be Cousin It when I was a kid.
Yep.
It would be so much fun. Like, it's...
You would trip over the hair like crazy.
Oh my god, all the time.
So, do you find... So... Like I have kids, so I go out trick or treating with them, or like I'll stay home and hand out candy and stuff like that. Do you hand out candy on Halloween?
Not recently, not like on my own or anything. Because I always live in basements from inside of the house. Okay.
So like basement apartments. And
stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
So but when like my mom stopped giving out candy since we've gotten older. And
really?
Well, that's not just that. It's the fact that not a lot of kids are out anymore.
That's kind of what I was saying.
And it's because a lot of parents are now overprotective and won't let them out.
That yes.
So,
but at the same time, I think that there's just less people, which is unfortunate, handing it out candy. Yeah, or like anything.
Because of all what it is more or less is because of so many not rules, but like it's like.
Some
no matter people are like
razor blades and stuff.
Exactly.
Like that's like I think
so
Toronto or North York or something like that.
It.
So like legit when like if you're a kid watching, kind of interesting that you're watching a drinking show.
Yeah.
But if you are watching, like let your parents actually go through it before you do, because there's some sketchy stuff in there. Like
my mom never let me ever touch my candy till she went through it.
No, it was the same thing. Like,
and then as I got older, I was like, I can go through my own candy. But
I like Sage is she's 12, and like I'll still go through her candy.
Yeah, you gotta be smart.
Just as that extra like cautionary thing or whatever.
But like I've noticed that like a lot of like when I went out last year, and I mean I was like 23 or 24 last year. Mm-hmm. Not a big deal. I mean, there's this new ban on people over the age of 16 from trick-or-treating, which I think is bogus.
No, and you know what? I would rather have...
I had a lot of people at the door saying, I'm so happy you came, because not a lot of kids came.
I would rather have somebody come to the door when they're, like, 16, 17, and be, like, trick-or-treating, than be out, like, doing drugs, or, like, getting into trouble, or, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So, when somebody comes to the door, as long as they're in, like, some kind of costume...
Yeah, there's some kids that just come up in skate gear.
But at the same time, like, that's kind of another thing that I learned from doing the Teal Pumpkin project is there are some kids that do not like being out of their routine. So having like a dress up day, that just does not work for them.
No.
So and that's okay. Like, you know, if you have the option to dress up, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's Halloween, and everybody wants that.
You get to be everyone but yourself for a night.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've seen some interesting costumes over the years, and some really good ones, some really bad ones.
What's the worst, like, adult costume you've seen?
So I went to Montreal. Enough said.
Not like for Halloween?
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty fun.
And I went to a club, and this guy was dressed as a giant penis. With the
With
balls
the balls.
moved as he walks. And his face was in the circumcised head part. It was...
That's funny.
And I have a picture
but
of
that's
it,
like
but
the worst one you've seen?
Like, that's the funniest. The worst.
What's like the worst one?
Oh, God.
There's some that they, like, companies straight up shouldn't sell. Like, there is one...
I don't like when companies sell knockoffs of actual things, just, like, you know what I mean?
Well, what I'm talking about is, like...
hair in my eyeball.
Well, I was talking with Amanda, and we were just, like, looking up, like, awful Halloween costumes. And there was one where it was, like... this was, like, a number of years ago that it was released, but it was, like... It was basically, like a Rihanna costume, and she was, like, covered in, like, bruises and shit like that. I'm like...
Oh, my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, like, super awful. So, like... If you get a kick out of that, like, you suck.
The worst one, like, I'm coming to something similar. Like, I went to...
I'm just not a fan of that.
I went to a costume store in Toronto.
Yeah.
And they had what they called the Down syndrome costume.
That's so awful.
It is.
Like, that's like,
and literally,
straight up, I would actually complain and be like, you guys should not fucking be selling this.
Like, they had the Down syndrome costume, and then they had a bunch of other ones, like the wife beater, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, like, well, that's what I mean, like, worst ones. Like, they're just straight up stupid. Like, they just shouldn't be sold.
I think the Down syndrome one pissed me right off.
Well, no kidding. Like
right off.
Like, and understandably. Like, I mean...
because I know a lot of Down syndrome people, and they're such nice people to be around.
I have not met, like, a mean person that has Down syndrome.
And believe it or not, they're smarter than I'll ever be, and stronger.
Everybody excels in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that, like, all the people that I've met that have Down syndrome, best outlook on life I've ever seen. For the most part. Like, obviously there are, like, off days and stuff like that. But
it was just, like, when I saw it, I just couldn't stop looking at it, you know what I mean? I'm like, and questioning why they're even selling
this. I would have straight up been like, you shouldn't fucking be selling this.
I asked them, I said, why are you selling this? And they told me it was popular. Like,
I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me?
They sold 5 of them within an hour.
I don't care who you are. If you buy one of those as, like, an actual, like, legit costume, you fucking suck. So sorry, but that's just it's irresponsible. It's irresponsible, insensitive, and it's wrong. It's gross. It's straight up wrong.
It is.
But I don't want to end the episode on shitty notes. So I would actually love to hear what your best costumes are. Like, you guys, the crowd, the audience, whatever. I want to hear your best costume, your favorite costume, your most embarrassing costume, or if you've had any costume, like, malfunctions. Have you ever had any costume malfunctions?
I went as a military babe.
I have,
one year, and I was wearing heels, like hooker boot heels, and next thing you know, first off, my heel broke, so I fell. Next thing, as I'm standing,
guaranteed.
I can't walk on heels. That was like the last time. And then after that, literally, the backside of my fishnets ripped. Then the back of the dress ripped. So I'm walking home.
You have bad luck with your butt, eh? Like a fan expo.
It's just so bad. And it's like, so now I've learned that making costumes for myself, I need to go a little bit bigger than what I expect it to be. I mean,
amazing.
I have to tell you one thing though before this show ends. I have to ask you a question. Did you play any tricks as growing up? Or is it just all about the treating?
For the most part, the treating, but like, there's a couple people in town that I just fucking hate.
Did you rotten egg them?
No, I didn't, because that's a fucking pain in the ass to clean up. One of my friends, their parents actually got egged by like 5 dozen eggs, and it was the worst. Like, I helped them clean it off, but like, they had like a pressure washer. It was like an entire day.
I can't.
You suck.
Actually, there's this lady that everybody hated on our block. Okay.
Well, I did stuff like Nicky Nine Doors.
No, I didn't even do that.
You do that. I don't think
I did the burning poop in a bag. I did
you
the
call
whole.
The shit poop?
Sorry.
Did you call the shit poop?
I called it poop.
And
And
do you know what that's from?
No.
It's from what's the Adam saying? Billy Madison.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it. But anyways, I did that, and she had a crabapple tree on things. We whipped those at her house.
Oh,
we
man.
were bad. And
Was it like a brick house or siding?
it was brick.
Did you cause? Oh, okay. So you didn't cause like any damage.
No.
Okay.
And then me and my friends also once a year somebody have you ever watched Family Guy? Symbols that they had one every year someone's it and they pranked them like crazy. That's exactly what we did. And I was only it 1 year, thank God, because everybody's like, Kayla, you have the best idea of a prank, so you can't be it. You need to be on our team. But it was just great. And honestly, that's what I do on Devil's Night.
Okay.
Is all the tricks.
Okay.
And then on Halloween, I was treating.
Yeah, I wasn't really like.
I grew up in the ghetto, as they call it, so that was kind of like
ghetto.
It was the ghetto of Barrie, so I mean.
I didn't know Barrie had a ghetto.
It was called Mill Creek, and literally there wasn't a lot of white families.
Okay.
Or they were white families.
Make it a ghetto.
No. But what I'm saying is the way it was is the police were always in there 24/7.
Okay.
We had our own security.
So it's just like a bad neighborhood.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
exactly.
That's more understandable.
But I grew up with a very different crowd than most people, and we were dumb teenagers. But I never got caught. I have a clean criminal record, so.
Until the cops watch this, and then they come after you.
You were the one who egged 15 years ago.
Me?
No,
yeah,
they come yelling at me. You're the one who egged this woman's house 15 years ago.
2 years in jail.
I'd be like, oh my God. I would not be able to handle jail.
What are your thoughts on really quickly, and then we should probably wrap up. What are your thoughts on Halloween decorations? Do you think that
I honestly think they've gone limited. A lot of people do it anymore.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool though, because
there's some people that go all out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, the houses that go like all out. Those are either. Like, I know when I was a kid, I always remembered the houses that give, like, full candy bars out. I did that when I first bought my house, because I was just like, I want to be that house, because I loved getting that
I had a house that gave out family-sized bags of chips and 2-liter bottles of pop. So...
there was 1 year that we got, like, the bag of chips. I never got, like, 2-liter pop, but...
When you find the house of pop, that's, like, the best night of your life.
No way,
When I was a kid.
No way, because, like, I used to use, like, a pillowcase. For the treat bag, basically.
That's what I would use.
Pops were so heavy. Like, by the time I had like 7 in there, I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want pop.
Okay, so when you were growing up, how many times, like, at least for me, like, me and my friends, when we went out, we would basically like go out until like our bags were full, go home, drop it off, go back out, and we would do that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and you know what? I always waited till 9 o'clock when people would just dump their bowl into your bag.
Well, that's another thing. Like,
because they're at the end of the night, so they're just like...
Well, now, like, one thing that I've noticed is, kids don't stay out past, like, 8. 9 at the latest.
I used to stay out until like 11 trick-or-treating.
Absolutely. I used to stay until like 11, 11:30. Usually 11:30 was like my cutoff, because I was like, I don't want to be that much of a dick. But... yeah, like they
got 3 glasses out of that.
Okay, so plus the one on the floor and everywhere. But like, yeah, I find that they don't stay out as long, and there's like
it's their parents.
It's
not
like
them.
There's motivate.
My mom was like, my mom when I was younger, she'd go with us, or as long as I was with friends with their parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my mom was like, as long as you're safe, whatever.
Absolutely.
And like now the kids are like. Now parents are like, no, I don't want you to go out there because you're going to find this, and this in your bag, or you're going to meet this, and this person, because it takes one person to ruin everything for everyone.
Yep.
One person. And to all you who ruined Halloween candy and everything else, F you, man! F you!
But for the people that gave out awesome treats, you rock. So for decorations and stuff like that, what would you say is like an okay amount of decorations? Like, are you like... if you have, like, spider webs and, like, a couple pumpkins, are you good? I think
stuff hanging from their trees, there's a couple tombstones, things like that. But there was this one house.
It's basically the way that I look at it is try and make it known so that
you're
gonna be handing out candy or something.
I mean, when I was younger, it was always that if the person's front porch light on, the porch light was on, they're giving out candy.
Not everywhere has porch lights though.
No, but like if they're like even their kitchen window or something was on, that's how you knew you were getting candy.
Yeah.
If their lights weren't on, you don't go to that house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple as that. Now, where I grew up in a complex, so we had porch lights. My mom would turn her porch light on, and that's how people would know to give you candy. But this year, my mom literally took off Halloween night just so she could sit by herself and watch horror movies.
Nice.
That'd be me. I love horror movies. They're so much fun.
Fuck everybody else.
Sit there with a couple drinks.
What's your all-time favorite horror movie, and then we'll wrap up.
Oh God, The Collector.
What's that about? I've heard about that. But
okay, so there's The Collector and The Collection. There's 2 of them so far.
Okay.
And he literally is somebody who collects humans, dismantles them, and puts them in jars and stuff like that to study them. He's pretty psycho. It's very gory. I love gore. Gore is great. Other than that, I'd have to say the new Evil Dead wasn't too bad.
Okay.
I like a lot of blood, a lot of gore.
Yeah.
There's some horror movies that made me laugh, like Insidious. When he's sharpening his claws and tiptoes with the tulips. Or like Annabelle makes me laugh. Like I'm terrified of dolls, but I don't know. Something about her just kind of made me laugh. Now I'm saying that she's probably gonna come haunt my dreams.
Oh, but
the Challenger. I'm not much of like the make me jump. It's more like, oh my God, look at all that blood. Like something that could literally happen.
So you're looking for more gore. Like more gory and stuff like that. As
like
opposed
Human
to, like,
Centipede. Have you ever seen that?
I have. It was fucking gross.
My God.
It was
that
gross.
stuff is my. I've watched Would You Rather. I watched so many horror movies. They're so brilliant. I love horror movies. Thank you to all the horror directors. I love you so much. Rob Zombie is amazing.
Yeah, I will watch his stuff because it's well done.
Devil's Rejects, one of my favorite movies of all time.
That is a good one.
Such a good movie. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre is really good.
So what would you say like your all-time favorite is? Collector?
Yeah, probably The Collector. Slash Collection, because they're both like equally as amazing.
Like same
their storyline.
Storyline? Okay.
You have to watch The Collector first, and then you watch The Collection. You have to.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't make sense because there's characters coming from the first one to the second one. You'd be like, who the hell is this? Kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough.
And I'm waiting for the third one where it'd be called The Collected, because it's the way the second one ended.
When did they get released?
I watched them on Netflix.
Do you think they would actually
I'm hoping.
do a third one?
I will write the third one. Directors, if you're watching this, I will write it because I know how I want to see it. Like, man, and I'm a writer, so this kind of works out for me.
Do it up. All right, well, with that, for, like, Halloween?
No, just
like,
horror in general.
I don't really watch a lot of horror, though.
You gotta go Nightmare Before Christmas, man.
That's not
such
a horror
a good movie.
That's not a horror movie, though. That's a Halloween Christmas movie and all year round movie because it's fucking awesome.
I had to go Halloween, Addams Family is everything to me.
Yeah, that's
I love them. I think they're. I don't know what it is. It's like the life.
It's fantastic.
It's the life I wish I lived. I'm not kidding.
It's good stuff.
Graveyards are like where I go, and it's literally my happy place. Nice. I talk to the tombstones. As sad as that sounds, I have no friends, but they don't have to judge me. So
there you go. All right. Well, we'll wrap up this episode. So happy Halloween. Safe travels. Please, again, check out the Teal Pumpkin Project if you are handing out candy. It's a fantastic organization and a fantastic cause.
If you don't know what embalming fluid is, look it up. It's.
I would hope you know what embalming fluid is. But with that, stay geeky, and we'll see you next week.